Generate infinite video game worlds with one prompt Unity hack. Forget level design marathons that leave you weeping into lukewarm coffee and questioning your life choices. Forget meticulously sculpting every blade of grass on a virtual hillside only to realize your player will sprint past it in 0.3 seconds. What if you could conjure sprawling alien jungles, labyrinthine cyberpunk cities, or serene floating archipelagos infinitely, with nothing more than a whimsical sentence typed into a box? Welcome to the not-so-distant future, the glorious chaos, and the slightly terrifying potential of generating infinite video game worlds with a single prompt. Buckle up, it's going to be a procedurally ridiculous ride. The dream is intoxicating. Generate a neon-drenched, rain-slick metropolis choked with holographic ads for dubious noodle shops, where cybernetic raccoons run the black market. Poof! Your Unity editor groans, shimmers, and suddenly you're plummeting through a procedurally generated skyline straight out of synthwave fever dream. Or perhaps create an archipelago of candyfloss islands floating on a sea of shimmering root beer, inhabited by philosophical gummy bears. Boom! Your GPU whimpers, but delivers a landscape so saccharine it gives you a virtual cavity. This isn't just level design. It's digital alchemy, powered by the unholy matrimony of procedural generation and large language models, LLMs, and yes, it's a Unity hack worth its weight in Polygon gold. The old guard, procedural generation's grind. Traditional procedural generation, Proc-Gen, is the workhorse. Think Minecraft's endless blocky biomes or No Man's Sky's quintillion planets. It relies on algorithms, complex mathematical recipes, fed a seed number. This seed dictates everything: terrain height, resource placement, enemy spawns, building layouts. Change the seed, change the world. It's powerful, but often predictable. You start recognizing the underlying patterns. That same weirdly shaped hill appears every 50 kilometers. The dungeon layouts recycle after a dozen runs. It's like a talented but slightly unimaginative chef using the same spice blend on every dish. You get fed, but you crave surprise. Enter the LLM, the chaotic storyteller. This is where the hack gets juicy. Large language models like GPT-4, Claude, etc. aren't just for writing Shakespearean sonnets about your cat. They are incredibly sophisticated pattern recognizers and generators, trained on the vast, messy tapestry of human language, concepts, and descriptions. The Unity trick lies in using the LLM not to generate the geometry directly, but to generate the blueprint, the complex parameters and rules that drive the traditional Proc-Gen algorithms. Imagine it like this. 1. You feed the LLM your wild prompt. A desert planet where giant, bioluminescent worms burrow through crystal dunes, watched over by ancient, sandstone AI monoliths. 2. The LLM, the mad architect, doesn't build polygons. Instead, it interprets your prompt. It understands desert planet, bioluminescent worms, crystal dunes, sandstone monoliths. It then generates a detailed technical specification. 1 terrain algorithm parameters, height map noise settings for rolling dunes, crystal cluster density and placement rules, erosion simulation intensity. 2 flora/fauna rules, worm size distribution based on dune region, bioluminescence color variation linked to time of day, spawn probability near monoliths. 3 structure generation, monolith procedural mesh parameters, height variance, erosion details, placement rules, isolated on peaks. For ambience, skybox gradient, deep oranges to purples, particle effects for blowing crystal dust, ambient sound descriptors, low worm hums, wind whistling through monoliths. 3. Unity, The tireless builder takes this machine-generated spec, essentially a complex, unique seed on steroids, and feeds it into your pre-built Proc-Gen systems. Your terrain generator uses the specified noise parameters. Your creature spawner follows the worm rules. Your structure placer drops monoliths according to the plan. The engine assembles the pieces based on the LLM's chaotic, creative direction. The comical chaos factor, embrace the glitch. This is where the fun truly begins. LLMs, bless their digital hearts, are not omniscient game designers. They are masters of plausible suggestion, often with the literal mindedness of a toddler and the occasional tendency towards surreal overkill. Expect hilarity. Literal interpretations. Prompt: a forest where the trees sing. Result: trees with literal, poorly textured mouths belting out distorted MIDI versions of YMCA on loop. Player sanity, -100. Unexpected mashups. Prompt: a cozy mountain village. LLM output: populated by sentient, competitive teapots hosting annual steeplechase events. Your Proc-Gen system dutifully creates teapot NPCs with jockey hats and procedurally generated racetracks over perilous cliffs. It wasn't what you meant, but it's undeniably memorable. Scale gone wild. Prompt: a vast ocean. LLM output: parameters, specifying ocean depth exceeding the diameter of Neptune. Unity attempts to comply, instantly crashes. Error log: WorldGen exception, Aqua overload. Please consider a smaller pond. The Thesaurus overdrive. Prompt: a spooky castle. LLM output: generates parameters specifying eerie, crepuscular, tenebrous, sepulchral, eldritch masonry with pervasive miasmic ambience and cacophonous ululations. Your sound engine desperately tries to find a cacophonous ululation asset pack. These features aren't bugs. They're comedic gold and unexpected inspiration. They force you to refine your prompts. A forest with trees that seem to sing through wind chimes in their branches, or embrace the absurdity and build a game about racing teapots. It injects a level of delightful unpredictability that pure algorithmic Proc-Gen often lacks. Why it's revolutionary beyond the laughs. The power isn't just in infinite worlds. It's in infinitely diverse and conceptually rich worlds generated at the speed of thought. 1. Rapid prototyping and ideation. Stuck? Generate 10 completely different biome concepts in minutes. See what sparks joy or bewildered laughter. 2. Personalized player experiences. Imagine players typing their own prompts. Generate a jungle level based on my fear of spiders and love of waterfalls. Boom! Their unique nightmare paradise is born. Replayability goes supernova. 3. Unlocking creativity. Non-technical designers can articulate visions in natural language, bypassing complex parameter tweaking in Unity's inspector. The LLM handles the translation. 4. Emergent narrative potential. Worlds generated from evocative prompts. A city abandoned after a war fought with memes inherently suggests stories. The environment becomes the lore. The Unity Hack reality check, it's not magic dust. Yet, before you quit your day job to become the prompt sultan of infinite realms, temper those expectations. The plumbing matters. This isn't drag and drop. You need robust, flexible Proc-Gen systems already built in Unity, terrain, object placement, navigation, etc. The LLM just feeds them dynamic, complex inputs. Garbage in, poorly built systems equals garbage out, glitchy, unplayable worlds. Quality control is key. LLM outputs need parsing, validation, and sanitization. You can't let it set the player's walk speed to 1,000 units or spawn trees inside. Mountains. You need guardrails. Performance. Infinite generation is computationally heavy. Clever chunk loading / unloading and optimization are non-negotiable. That infinite root beer ocean will drown your frame rate without careful management. Coherence versus chaos. Balancing the LLM's wild creativity with gameplay coherence is an art. A world full of disconnected weirdness gets old fast. You need underlying rules and consistency. The future is prompted and slightly unhinged. Generating infinite worlds with a prompt isn't science fiction. It's an emerging frontier using tools available now. It's a hack because it repurposes LLMs designed for language as incredibly potent, if slightly deranged, creative directors for game worlds. It democratizes world-building imagination while introducing a glorious dose of unpredictable, often comical, chaos. So, fire up Unity, craft your Proc-Gen backbone, plug in an LLM API, and type your wildest dream into the box. You might get the majestic alien vista you envisioned. You might get a city populated by existentialist toasters debating the merits of whole wheat. Either way, you've just generated a world unlike any other in seconds. The infinite playground awaits. Just mind the cyber raccoons and the singing trees. They bite, and they're slightly off-key. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. It will really help this channel out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more informative videos coming.